So in the last video, I made some adjustments to the table, to the actual bar, so it looks more effective, and just put a few bottles on the top of it. Now, it feels to me like this house texture is a little bit too muted. Okay, it's not saturated enough. It's making everything kind of like, blend in a little bit too much. It looks weird. This is quite cartoony. This is overly detailed. So I actually want to change the texture just a little bit. So you'll find in the resources for this session that you've got the same graphic, the same atlas map. All I've done is basically just saturated it a little bit more in Photoshop. So I want to bring that in, as well as a link as well in a text file. So it's a dinner table that's available for free on Unity Asset Store. It's got these really nice little mugs. It's got this food. It's even got this nice little table and this rug on the bottom there. So I'm just going to open this in Unity. Just wait for it to find this. Here we go, dinner table, and simply going to download this. It's not overly big. It's only 82 megabytes. And we're just going to basically use some of these props inside here. Okay, just wait for that to download. There we go. Simply going to now import this. And perhaps while some of these project resources refer to API that's changed. Don't worry, these are just basically the older post-processing scripts that we definitely will not be using. They can be automatically updated. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Just for these, we're not going to be using those anyway. Yep, just for these. Okay. We go. Whenever you're seeing things like reflection probes and stuff, that's regarding like scenes that have been pre-built to show off their assets. Okay, so we also need that texture as well, don't we? So let me put this into the textures. So we're just clicking and dragging this directly into here. Okay, so we've got a more saturated version. I'll drag my project down into here like this. Okay, then I'll just click on anything, and all I'm going to do is take the new saturated version. It's basically called Diffuse New. I'm just going to drag that directly into there, and it's just going to warm things up a little bit. Okay, now I know I'm warming it up, but I want a nice contrast between this and the actual building itself. So I'm going to change this color. I'm going to type in an hexadecimal code that's going to make it a little bit more blue. Okay, so CBD7EE. Okay, notice how these stand out a little bit more now. Okay, and also it's giving this interesting kind of look to the walls. I also want to get a little bit more detail out of this normal map. So I'm just going to increase this to about 0.65. Just going to give us slightly more detail, and things are just kind of looking a little bit more cartoony. Okay, great. Okay, so let's put in a few of those props that we just downloaded then. So it should be dinner table, and we should have, I think it's just in models. Does it have any pre-made prefabs? You know where we've got the standard assets and effects, we do not need those. Okay, so I'm just going to press delete to get rid of that. Compile a few C# scripts. Let me, have we got any scripts in here? Ah, yeah. Okay, that's what it's complaining about. So we don't need those scripts either. So in the editor, let's just press delete, get rid of that folder. Okay, wait for this. There we go. Our red arrows disappear. Oh, okay, so we've got to create our own prefabs. So from the model then, I want to see what this rug looks like actually as carpet, so I'm just going to drag this in. So put it somewhere. Just going to switch my snapping on, drop it down to the grid, and then just drop down to the floor. It's on the floor now. Okay. And I need to give this a material, so let's find our materials. Let's find, I think it's carpet, drag that in, there we go. Okay, yeah, it's quite nice actually, I quite like that. So might have one over here, Control and D, put maybe another one just underneath these things here, Control and D, and let's put one maybe over here like this, maybe just underneath this bookcase, might look quite nice. And yeah, I think that's okay. And we need an entire chicken dinner. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this, put it on the table like this, so we get this really big chicken dinner. Now I think there's all sorts of things, so we need the materials here for these, so unfortunately it's a case of going through these. So broccoli, let's put that one in. Oh, we've got a few broccolis actually, so just highlight those materials, let's give them all that. We've got a few carrots. We've got the chicken, and we've got the plate itself. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to save this as a prefab. I'll just drag it directly into here, I think, so that we can reuse this original prefab chicken. I might do the same with the carpet as well actually. So I'll drag that in as an original prefab, and if we need to use that, it's already set up for us. Okay, so we've got a chicken dinner there. I might have another one on the bar over here. So Control and D, let's just drag this one over so that it's sat on the bar. Got my snapping on actually, so I'll just switch that off so that I can manually tweak that. Yep, that's looking good. And then obviously we need some of our cups. Okay, so I'm just going to drag one of these over here like this. Find the materials, let's click on this and cup. There we go, that's better. And then once again we'll make a prefab out of this. Original prefab. And I might put a couple of cups over here. Okay, so one over here, one over here, and I might have another one over here. I might have a couple of those on the bar as well. Just makes it look a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? Okay, anything else we want to use from there? I don't want to really use these chairs. We've got some candles, but then again we've already got candles in the other asset. Probably don't need candles, to be honest, on the table. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that actually. So what I want to do here is take these items and drag those down to the bottom, and then take all of these items and just drag those into the props. So that now if I switch off the props, I switch all of those off. Alright, excellent. So once again I just want to update my prefab, so just drag this back up here. Medieval house lights, prefab, and it's the pub bar, so I'm just going to drag this over here and it's going to replace it. Alright, excellent. Great, so I think we're finished with the little props that we're going to put in that room there. So in the next video we're going to take a look at doing another building that we're going to use.